Hello everyone, how are you? This is yours truly, Tech Gear Guy, coming at you once again. Today is a rather somewhat unusual video for my channel. I've never actually reviewed anything camera related in the past, and that's because even though I love technology and cameras, whatnot, I'm really not a trained photographer or videographer in any shape or form, which is why you've never seen a camera related gear reviewed here on this channel. Now that said, I am taking a look at two different lenses from for Sony full-frame mirrorless cameras today. So a quick disclaimer and background before I get started is this. I'm just a normal YouTuber. As previously mentioned, I don't really have any sort of, I'm not any kind of a professional photographer or a videographer. And to add insult to injury, I also have a problem with my eyes and my vision, where I think the official calling for my condition is red deficient. So basically I have a problem identifying, I guess, red related colors. So when I was like 10 years old, they stuck me this colorblind test in front of me, and I'm sure you've seen these before. Bunch of dots in multiple colors, and you're supposed to read out number that you see in each circle. And to give you an example, I'm not able to identify the red and the orange on the traffic signal light. They look the same to me, so I have to go by the position of the light. Stuff like that makes me, I guess, not qualified necessarily to give you any kind of a credible review on stuff like camera lenses and cameras for color accuracy and what have you. So with that said, why then is this video being made? Here's the deal. So like I said, I'm a YouTuber. Like earlier I mentioned, I make different videos. I have this channel. I have another channel where I talk about guitars and stuff like that. Up till now, I've been using Panasonic Lumix G7, a great camera in its own right, but I had some issues with it able to focus. Let's say I'm moving around or I'm taking a subject in front of, get it closer to the camera, what have you. I've been having issues where it's not able to focus all that well. So now I'm using this camera, and the reason why I was interested in the focal length of 24mm, 25mm is because I feel that that's a good focal length for me to have a camera where I want it. And I have, as you know, Sony a7 Mark III does not have a fully articulating screen. Therefore, I have an external monitor attached to it, which is directly above my camera at the moment. And that allows me to see if I'm correctly framed. If the camera is too far from me with my bad vision and or whatever else, I really can't see the screen. So if I'm out of focus, I actually can't see that. So I want it close enough, but also at the same time, if I use like an 18mm that I have an 18mm Batis, it's a little too wide, so that's a little difficult because I'm in the center and my nose is blown out, and blown out as in big, not like blown. So that didn't work out quite well. So this focal length I feel is good for me. 24mm, 25mm, it's not quite too wide, it's not quite too telephoto-y, so it's a pretty good distance for my own use. Now, so out of the two lenses that I'm going to talk about today, I own one of them, and the other I have a pretty easy access to. So I was able to borrow the lens, and I was able to make this video. So this comparison video comes from me with the, the perspective of just a normal regular guy. Might even be challenged with some of the physical issues. Basically be able to take advantage of the technology that is available to me, maximize and use that technology to quickly make a video and still be able to have great technology like focusing and great optics and things like that. So I'm not going to get into any geeky, gory stuff like pixel peeping. I don't even know how to do that for you. If there is any sort of chromatic aberrations, I won't be able to tell that unless I really zoom really far into an image and I see something, then maybe I'll be able to tell, but I may still not be able to give you correct assessment on what color I see that shouldn't be there and stuff like that. To make this comparison video apple to apple and stay true, everything that I shot was done based with the exact same setting. Two A7 Mark III cameras, one with the Batis 25, one with the Gmaster 24. Aperture was the same, ISO setting was the same, shutter speed was same for every single shot that was taken. I'm trying to get framing as close to as possible between the two cameras. Sometimes I was a little bit off, but not too big of a difference to make a huge difference. Cameras were side by side. My model was instructed to look right between the cameras so that they're looking at the exact same subject. You know, because Batis only steps down to 2.0, my Gmaster was set specifically to go to 2.0. I did not go anything lower than that, so no 1.8, no 1.4. I did include some extra shots towards the end of the video for you to take a look at. Okay, so what did you guys think? It was one lens better than the other to you? So here's what I walked away from. So the Batis 2.0, you know, is a little bit lower in price range than the Gmaster. I'm gonna call the focal length basically the same, so not huge enough of a difference there. The Batis 2.0, even though slightly lower in price, it punches well above its weight, competes with the Gmaster, I think, really well. Matter of fact, I think it actually autofocuses slightly faster than the Gmaster. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to include in this video because the framing was a little bit off and things didn't go right. But there was a sequence which you can actually see in the video portion of the examples I showed you, but I had Alexis walk towards the camera and both cameras were going continuous, and there were shots where the Batis kept her face consistently in focus, whereas the Gmaster, there were a couple of shots that were out of the focus, so it wasn't autofocusing as fast. Now, so autofocus was slightly better, price is a little bit better on the Batis. So, you know, what's the point with the Gmaster? You're getting Sony mothership's latest, greatest optics technology. You are able to step down all the way down to 1.4. So it's gonna give you a little bit even more compression on that bokeh background if that's sort of thing you're into. You know, the great quality and the image quality, absolutely spot on with the Gmaster. You know, we're really splitting hair, in my opinion, if you're really talking about what image is better out of, you know, both lenses. You know, with the video performance, you know, they're neck and neck. I don't know what necessarily comes ahead, whether it's 4K 1080p on 120. So, you know, it's really tough for me to pick one or the other in terms of what lens is better. So it's gonna come to, you know, to you as if you're considering one of the two lenses. So, you know, you got price advantage, perhaps a slightly better autofocus, on the Batis versus you have the aperture goes all the way down to 1.4, so you have extra stops in light, so you're able to bring more light into your lens with the Gmaster. So what's better to you? Okay, so that pretty much does it for this video. Leave a comment down below what looks better to you, what felt better to you. I don't know. Okay, so with that said, I got a couple new laptops that I need to review for you, so that's going to be coming up within the next couple of weeks. I also will probably do somewhat of a shortened, abbreviated, more in-depth version review for just the Gmaster 24mm, as that's one of the newer lenses. Thank you for your time watching. Until next time, you guys all take care. Be good humans.